One World Cup. 48 hungry nations, teams everywhere, are waiting for their chance to lift the greatest trophy in football history. And we're now just 10 months away from the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. On July 19th, 2026, only one nation will turn their fans' dream into reality and bring the cup home. The team that wins will need power, talent, smart tactics, and absolute composure, while fans in countries like Russia, Pakistan, and the Congo are already heartbroken before qualification round, most of the countries knowing their teams won't even make it to the starting line. But there's only few nations that can go very further. So today we're ranking the top 4 countries most likely to steal the World Cup glory for their nation. So no more talk, let's get started. At number 1 stands La Albiceleste, Argentina. From the very start of the qualifiers, they've shown why they remain the team to beat. Argentina dominated the CONMEBOL 2026, finishing first with 38 points from 18 matches, 12 wins, 2 draws and 4 losses, scoring 31 goals and conceding just 10. In this year, they surpassed all 9 other teams, including Brazil, Uruguay and Colombia, that result securing them direct to 2026 World Cup. Their next target after qualifying is to advance from the group stage to the round of 16. But on the previous year, CONMEBOL 2022 World Cup qualifiers, Argentina finished second with 39 points from 17 matches, 11 wins, 6 draws, with no losses. They scored 27 goals and conceding just 8. They outperformed all teams except Brazil. So you can see Argentina in better position when comparing previous year CONMEBOL. But the question is, could they win back-to-back World Cups with the same flow and tactics? The answer is absolutely. The fire from their 2022 triumph still burns, and coach Lionel Scaloni, the mastermind behind that victory, continues to prove he can adapt, confidently rotating between 4-3-1-2 and 4-4-2 diamond formations to match opponents while preserving and Argentina's attacking identity. Their squad is stacked with strikers: Facundo Buonanotte, Nico Paz, Claudio Echeverri, Alejandro Garnacho, Nicolas Gonzalez, Paulo Dybala, Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez. In Argentina's midfield, there is Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo de Paul, Alexis McAllister, Franco Mastantuono, Thiago Almada and Leandro Paredes. On defense, Christian Romero, Nicolas Otamendi, Lisandro Martinez, Gonzalo Montiel, Sherman Petzela, Nahuel Molina, Marcos Acuna and Valentin Barco. And last, goalkeepers still sharper like before: Emiliano Dibu Martinez, Jeremias Ledesma and Walter Benitez. But the edge and the lingering question mark remains a weakness. Argentina's biggest concern is the possible absence of Angel Di Maria, who has already announced his retirement, and the uncertainty around Lionel Messi's future. Still, whispers from inside the camp suggest Messi hopes to make 2026 his final tournament. And if he does, Argentina's chances skyrocket. Confidence is everything, and Argentina has it. Their comeback from a 3-goal deficit against France in the 2022 final proved their resilience. Experts currently give them about a 14% chance to lift the trophy again, and FIFA ranks them 3rd in the world. Same players, same confidence, same coach. If Messi takes the field in 2026, many believe nothing can stop them, and the story might just end with another World Cup trophy in Buenos Aires. At number 2 on the list of the strongest teams in the world, we have France, a nation that has been on fire ever since 2018. Since that golden year, France has been rising, stronger and stronger, and in 2026, they look like the only true giant standing next to Argentina. The last time Argentina barely survived against France, the difference came down to 2 legends, Messi and Di Maria. But now, the story is different. This time, Argentina no longer has Messi, no longer has Di Maria, and with honest opinion, there isn't a single nation right now with higher chances of defeating France in final. The French squad in 2026 is simply exploding with talent. They're already sitting on top of Group D's first place with 6 points. Their system, their rhythm, their players, it all feels unstoppable. And at the heart of it all, the mastermind is Didier Deschamps, the man who has been leading France since 2012, the man who gave them the 2018 World Cup, and another final in 2022. His contract will end after this tournament, but before stepping down, he wants one last dance, one last crown, and a third World Cup appearance as manager. And with the squad he has, that dream doesn't feel impossible. The forwards are electric. Kylian Mbappe, the captain, the superstar, the finisher. He leads from the front, drifting left to destroy defenders with pace, power, and one-on-one brilliance. On the right, the monster himself, Ousmane Dembélé, the 2025 Ballon d'Or winner, who is flying down the wing with speed, trickery, and chaos. Add in Bradley Barcola, a rising star with sharp movement and direct play, and you already see danger everywhere. But wait, there's more. Kingsley Coman, Marcus Thuram, Randall Kolo Muani. France doesn't just have one attack, they have an army with full ambition, and their every soldier knows how to score and attack. In the midfield, balance meets brilliance. Eduardo Camavinga, the box-to-box destroyer, breaking attacks and starting counters. Aurélien Tchouaméni, Real Madrid's midfield anchor, calm, composed and precise. Adrien Rabiot, combining defensive strength with attacking runs. Warren Zaïre-Emery, the young prodigy, full of energy and vision. And behind them, Guendouzi, Fofana, Doué, Akliouche. This midfield is not just strong, it's complete. It can defend, it can create, and it can dominate. Defensively, France looks terrifying. Upamecano, Saliba, Konate, Pavard, Lucas Hernandez, Theo Hernandez, Ferland Mendy. A backline built with speed, power, and intelligence. No weakness, no hesitation, just pure solidity. And in goal, they are more than safe. Maignan, Samba, Chevalier. 3 elite keepers, all ready to guard the net. Right now, France is ranked second by FIFA, with an 11% chance of winning the World Cup. On paper, this squad is almost untouchable. And when you look at the experience, the firepower, and the stars, they might just be the team to fear the most. Except for Argentina and Spain. Let's be honest, there may not be a single nation in the world strong enough to stop France from winning. Ranked number 1 by FIFA, with over a 10% chance of lifting the trophy, Spain comes in as the 3rd strongest team on the road to the 2026 World Cup. And make no mistake, this team is unstoppable. Fueled by youth, talent, and a philosophy of unity, Spain is building momentum that could finally crown them champions again after 16 long years. At the heart of this transformation is Luis de la Fuente, 64 years old, the mastermind behind Spain's rebirth. Once a youth coach, he guided the U19s to European glory in 2015, the U21s in 2019, and even led Spain to Olympic silver in Tokyo 2020. But his senior career is where the magic exploded. A Nations League triumph in 2023, an unbeaten Euro 2024 campaign capped with a 2-1 victory over England in the final, and in 2025, pure drama, knocking out France 5-4 in a semi-final thriller, but sadly they were defeated by Portugal in the final. His mantra? United we are stronger. And that philosophy shows in every pass, every run, every celebration. De La Fuente's style is the beautiful game reborn. Possession football, fluid attacks, and a 4-3-3 formation that maximizes Spain's technical depth. Up front, Spain stands tall. Alvaro Morata, now 32, the Atletico Madrid warrior, captain, leader, aerial threat. A man who's delivered when it matters most, from the Euro final to high-pressure qualifiers. He has over 80 caps, and even at 34 in 2026, his experience will be priceless. On the left, Nico Williams, just 23, a lightning-fast winger from Athletic Bilbao. He cuts inside with pace, directness, and hunger. He showed his fire in Euro 2024, and now he's even sharper. In the middle, Dani Olmo, Barcelona's versatile creator, a 27-year-old genius who can play as a number 10 or second striker. His finishing, his flair, unpredictable, unstoppable. And on the right, the jewel of Spain, Lamine Yamal, just 18 years old, Barcelona's prodigy. A magician on the wing who drifts inside as an inverted forward, slicing defenses with passes and finishes beyond his years. And if injuries strike, Spain's depth is frightening. Joselu, Ferran Torres, Mikel Oyarzabal, Yeremy Pino, Fermin Lopez. No weakness, only replacements. In midfield, Spain has one of the most complete units in world football. Rodri, aged 29, back from injury, commanding the pitch as the deep-lying anchor. Zubimendi, precise, calm, and disciplined beside him. Pedri, Barcelona's 22-year-old wizard, with vision, dribbling, and genius written all over him. Fabian Ruiz, the 29-year-old PSG star, bringing vertical runs and goals. Mikel Merino, Arsenal's engine, pressing, intercepting, never stopping. Behind them, backup brilliance from Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo, Gavi, and Martin Zubimendi. This midfield doesn't just play football, it controls football. Defensively, Spain blends youth with experience. Carvajal, Pedro Porro, Dean Huijsen, Robin Lenormand, Pau Kubasi, and Marc Cucurella form a strong, organised backline that concedes less than 0.8 goals per game. And waiting in the shadows, Dani Vivian, the aerial powerhouse, and Alejandro Grimaldo, the set-piece specialist. And between the posts, Unai Simon, the hero of Euro 2024, unshakable in qualifiers, and the undisputed number one, with backups like David Raya, Alex Ramiro, and young Joan Garcia. Spain's goalkeeping department is as safe as it gets. The players, the hype, the talent. Spain has everything to win the World Cup in 2026. If the stars align, if their rhythm flows like it has since 2022, this could be the year Spain rises again, to reclaim the trophy after 16 long years. And now, the last team. It isn't Brazil, it isn't England, it isn't Italy, and it isn't even Germany. This nation is now on top 4 rank with most possible chance to lift the World Cup. The final giant in this journey is Portugal. The nation that the entire world is watching, the nation every football fan secretly hopes will rise. Why? Because 2026 will be the last World Cup of Cristiano Ronaldo's career. Messi had his story, 5 World Cups, victory at the very last moment in 2022. But for Ronaldo, this is different. This will be his 6th and final World Cup. And there is no second chance. If he is to complete his legacy, to seal his era as one of football's immortals, he must lift the trophy in 2026. For years, Ronaldo never had the complete squad around him at the World Cup stage. He had moments, he had brilliance, but not the perfect balance. But this time, things are different. The 2026 Portuguese squad is not ordinary. It is fierce, it is balanced, and it is already proving its strength, taking down Spain, dominating qualification, and showing the world that they are no longer outsiders. Under Roberto Martinez, Portugal lines up in a 4-3-3 formation, a setup that finally unlocks their full attacking power. On the left wing, Rafael Leão, AC Milan's superstar, explosive pace, ruthless dribbling, unstoppable in one-on-one situations. Alongside him, Pedro Neto, a Chelsea star, a relentless runner who cuts inside to strike. In the centre, the role is shared between the young sharpness of Gonçalo Ramos, PSG's striker with a poacher's instinct, and of course, Cristiano Ronaldo himself. Still deadly scores, still hungry to complete his career, and still leading the line in what will be his final battle. On the right, 2 rising forces. Francisco Conceição, Juventus's electric winger, full of energy and unpredictability, and Francisco Trincão with his speed and creativity. And if that wasn't enough, Portugal's bench overflows with attacking firepower. João Felix, the eternal talent, playing between the lines, drifting, creating, finishing. Pedro Gonçalves, Sporting's versatile forward, capable of scoring from either wing or even as a false 9. Depth, variety, danger. This attack is as complete as it has ever been. Behind them lies the core of Portugal's strength, the midfield. Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United's heartbeat, a creative general who dictates the tempo and delivers in clutch moments. Bernardo Silva, Manchester City's magician, weaving passes through the tightest defences. Vitinha, PSG's rising star, blending energy with technical precision. Ruben Neves, with his control and long-range vision. And the Rock himself, João Palhinha, Tottenham's destroyer, breaking attacks, shielding the backline. This midfield doesn't just pass, it dictates, it commands, it dominates. Defensively, Portugal has built an unbreakable wall. Ruben Dias, Manchester City's warrior, the leader at the back. Alongside him, Gonçalo Inácio and Antonio Silva, two young defenders rising with confidence and composure. On the flanks, Nuno Mendes, PSG's lightning left-back, and João Cancelo, one of the most versatile fullbacks in the world. Add in Diogo Dalot from Manchester United, and this backline becomes a fortress. And guarding it all, the man between the posts, Diogo Costa. Calm, reliable, and already showing the world his penalty-saving heroics. Backed up by Rui Silva and José Sá, Portugal's goalkeeping unit is as dependable as ever. This squad has everything: firepower in attack, balance in midfield, steel in defence, and leadership in goal. But beyond the tactics, beyond the names, this Portugal team carries something bigger. They carry destiny. They carry the hope of giving Ronaldo his final glory. The world has seen Messi's story. Now, it waits to see if Ronaldo can write his own. The 2026 World Cup could be the final chapter of one of football's greatest rivalries, and Portugal knows this is their moment. So what do you think, who is the strongest among these four nations? Share your opinion in comments.